Poor Cereza. Bayonetta has been through a lot in her high-speed combo action trilogy, but Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon, isn't about the witch we know. 500 years before Bayonetta was unleashed from her lakebed tomb, she was just a scared little girl named Cereza, who just wanted her mom. We were asked to demo Bayonetta Origins at a Nintendo press event in New York City. Cereza's parents, an Umbra witch and a Lumen sage, broke a treaty between the clans by having a child together. Cereza was never fully accepted by the Umbra witches, and her mother was imprisoned for her crime. The nights Cereza spent in front of her mother's prison cell were her only happy moments, and when her mother was moved to a new cell deep in the forest, Cereza knew she had to break her free. With just a homemade stuffy and a bit of hope, Cereza set out into the forest. The plot unfolds in beautiful storybook cutscenes, not unlike the grainy film still flashbacks of Bayonetta 1. Avalon Forest is hauntingly beautiful, with an art style reminiscent of a twisted old European fairy tale. An isometric camera follows Cereza and frames the puzzles she encounters. After meeting another witch in the forest, Cereza gets her first chance to practice magic. Her actions are all controlled on the left Joy-Con, and ZL casts a binding spell that traps enemies and blooms flowers. The spell requires timed flicks of the control stick to execute with increasing complexity. While her summoning circle is active, Cereza dances in trademark Bayonetta style. For her second spell, Cereza tries to summon a demon and accidentally traps one in her stuffed animal, Cheshire. The demon is bound to Cereza and can't go far without her magic, although he demands Cereza find a way to send him back to Inferno. Cheshire's movement is mapped to the right Joy-Con, so the player controls both characters at once. This control scheme was dizzying at first, in a fun way, especially when the two crossed over to opposite sides of the screen. I enjoyed weaving the two back and forth as we ran through the forest. The concept is a perfect fit for the Joy-Con, potentially even as a multiplayer mode, and I'm surprised we haven't seen it more often. The two chase a white wolf, hoping it will lead Cereza to the power needed to free her mother and send this lost demon back home, but their paths split. Cheshire, being a demon, is repelled by rosemary patches, and Cereza's fledgling witch powers don't make her very mobile. Cheshire breaks down barriers with a chomp, and Cereza grows vine bridges. When reunited, Cereza can scoop Cheshire into her arms in hug mode, which lets Cheshire reach out to grab things like springy launch plants, and lets Cereza throw them up on ledges. Avalon Forest is home to more than just lost demons and young witches. Fairies, a new enemy type, snatch up wanderers and have their eyes on Cereza. In Unleashed mode, Cheshire tears through fairies with claws, teeth, and a counterattack, while Cereza holds enemies with her binding spell. Our battles were pretty basic, especially compared to mainline Bayonetta games, but our demo was early in the game. Accessibility options, like turning off damage to let the game unfold more like a storybook, imply the difficulty may ratchet up as it goes along, but the focus here seems to be on puzzles and exploration. After finally catching a glimpse of the white wolf, Cereza and Cheshire come up against a glowing blue wall. To dispel this barrier, they teleport inside to find a mini dungeon that tests all the puzzle-solving skills learned in the previous area. I had little trouble solving any puzzles, other than the initial learning curve of controlling two characters at once, and battles lacked the high action intensity I've come to expect from Platinum games. I don't even think I took a hit. The potential for sweet combos and tricky puzzles is there, but this early part of the game felt more like the tutorial. Our linear demo supposedly ended right before the game world opened up, and we didn't get to explore the game's menus, so Bayonetta Origins still has plenty of secrets left to reveal. I am intrigued by what lies ahead, but I'm a bit skeptical as to whether this two-character control concept can carry a full game. The art, on the other hand, is strong enough to carry an entire franchise. Cereza's story is a shocking departure from mainline Bayonetta, especially so soon after Bayonetta 3. No guns, no hyperviolence, no sexual themes. This is a tale of innocence. That Bayonetta learns to hide this miserable childhood and scared little girl behind her bravado adds a tragic layer to her personality. And if the title Bayonetta Origins is any indicator, we may see that story unfold here. But even as a standalone title, I found myself entranced by the grim storybook style and unique controls. While the game may fill in series lore, this is Cereza's story first and feels welcoming to fans and newcomers alike.